We're going to do the mail-in shoe for the AFJ that we judge at the summit, and it's made out of 3/8 by 7/8, 13.5 inches long. It is punched for 7 nails, it's quarter clipped, and it's got a diamond toe in it. If you want more information on this video, you go to the AFJ for the mail-in shoe and you'll see all the specifics on it. We just got a few pointers that we're going to show on how to make it. We're going to bump the shoe to begin with. We're going to do a bump. Usually you don't bump concave, but you can bump concave, and once you turn the toe, it'll bring all your lines back into normal. They get kind of blobby and discombobulated, but as soon as you make that toe bend, they're back to normal, and then we'll show how we do the diamond toe bends. So what we'll do is we're going to offset it about 1/8 of an inch, and we'll quarter clip it as well. All right, we're going to bump on the outside. I'm bumping up on the outside of the stock where the outside branch. That way if I do any upsetting in the branch, it'll come on the outside. What we've got, added a little material. We're gonna have to do some forging on that diamond toe, and if you don't bump it, it'll get kind of thin. So just a little added security. All right, we'll crack the toe. It's gonna get twisted, so keep on straightening it out. Now we'll just kind of even everything up. Get a nice section. All right, now I'm just going to focus on both sides of my center punch dot. You can see my center punch dot's right here. And I don't want to hit that, but I want to collapse the material on both sides. So I just come in here, start working my way up to it, and then working my way up to it. Make sure you don't hit it. Then I'll flatten it up. Next, I'll come up on the face of the anvil and bring those back into it to make the point more acute and more back in to close up the section. All right, now I've got a little bit of height. I'm just going to come in here and push those in. What that does is get my shoe flat again. This will knock your teeth out. And then just kind of come in here and just make sure my concave part is all nice. So what I've got is this blobby from right here, and these got to be acute bends. So to accentuate this point right here, I'm going to clean up my branch when I make my heels coming down, and this is going to come straight out of this. So basically I'm going to straighten it up. I won't do it on the heel, but I'm going to clean this up, but I'll do it right here on the horn, just right here. And the whole time I'm making this shoe, I'm just trying to make these as nice as possible. And you can see my bump right there. Just kind of making that nice and round again. When doing a concave heel, it tends to get narrow. So make sure your blows are upsetting and not pinching. Pushing each corner back into it. Pushing it back in. And now I have a lot of thickness and I can come and flatten it up. And start the whole process over again. Just try to keep it as wide as possible. It's easier to fit a wide heel with a pleasure fit because you don't have to hit right on the origin of stock as it is to fit a narrow heel. So now we're going to straighten it up and turn the branch. Alright, you're going to just kind of straighten this up. Go about where you think the heel nail is. Go above parallel to the ground. Your hammer flat to the branch and bring it on around. Now I'm going to make the branch go down, and then again, the same process. Come over the top and sweep it. We're going to put our toenails in. Heel nail. And then split the gap. Kind of blending that edge. I'm hitting the foot surface edge because it's actually connected to the other side. And then I'll come in here and just continuing to make that nice cup in there for that diamond toe. Again, upsetting blows. Coming back into the corner, upsetting it. Flatten it up and do the same again. Just trying to get this to be a nice radius. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and I'm going to thicken up the whole branch by hitting the inside edge. Then I'm going to come on this side and right where my heel nail would start, I'm going to start to angle in to safe it up so that the horse doesn't step on himself and hit the opposing leg. Alright. When I make the branch, I'm going to straighten this up somewhat so it comes out of that diamond toe and then bend the branch around. Just come here and get the pucker out of it right there. Have a little bit of daylight and straighten this up right there. Come to the widest part where the heel nail is. Push with my tongs. Once you get it past the bend, you come around and sweep it towards you. So then I'm going to do this. I'm going to be right here. I'm going to go out to the widest part of the shoe and then sweep it towards me. I think I'm still kind of tight. So all I'm doing is kind of cleaning up my lines. Like my toenail, heel nail, split the difference. Go out to the quarter and sweep it on around. All right, I'm going to use a ball punch to draw down the clip, and we'll use it's just a hammer, just a single blow so it looks nice and clean. Just a tiny little hammer. I'm going to use the corner of the hardy hole. It's rounded off a little so it doesn't really cut in there hard, and just saves you from having a lot of hammer blows. It's always nice to have no hammer blows on a piece of concave. All right, we come in here. Put it on here. You look, I've got a nice source hole. It's starting to pick it up, so I'm just going to do a little bit more and lean it just a little bit more to get a little bit more material. And then I'll lean it over the edge of the anvil like this, and I'm going to push back into it. And I got plenty of material for my clip now. Ready? Stay at the base. I've got plenty of material to reset. Push that edge back up. Come in here, and if I'm pushing the shoe down, I'm pushing that edge back up. Now you can see right here, I'm going to push this to the corner and then go all the way around on that upper edge, just making a nice line to follow. And then open it up a little bit, get a little bit of a gap in the horn, and then just make a nice toe radius. We'll repeat this process on the other side for the other clip. All right, the lateral clip, just gonna put it to where I can get at it. I'm right in that corner. Make sure I'm situated in there just right. I got material that is pulled down, so now I'll come in here. And I'll draw the clip. On this one, I put my tongs like this so I can get them out of the way. Don't hit this edge, that'll wreck this edge. I want to stay with the edge of my hammer and stay right at the very base and wait for it to produce some mass. All right, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna push to that corner. Then I'm gonna pick up this corner and clean up that line all the way around. I'm gonna take and make a nice toe radius. Just kind of finishing my lines on this diamond toe right here. And then come back here and push it in from the back. This really makes that front side pop. All right, the things that you want to clean up is that Nigel Fennell brought it to my attention, but there's 7 edges on a piece of concave. So you have 1, 2, 3, the bottom one 4, the bottom one 5, the top piece 6, 7 edges. You want to clean these edges up with a file. That's why I bumped this toe, is because you can see I'm a little blobby here, but I have excessive material. So now I can clean those edges up with a file and still have the same thickness of my shoe and just give it definition. This is a mail-in contest. It needs to measure, it needs to be flat, it has to have the right amount of nail holes, and it has to have nail fit. These are things that you can do by yourself without anybody's help. And so it's a shame to have shoes that are turned in or that are beautiful and they're not to size, or the nails don't drop in. And trust me, when we have nails, we specifically say a nail, but we have 4 or 5 nails there because we would hate for anybody to not get a fair shake because we didn't use the right brand of nail. So we use lots of nails. So please, do the things that are specific. If it says it's X amount wide, make it X amount wide. And then you'll be for sure to be in the running, because some really nice shoes get knocked out of the running, and it's a shame because it's a mail-in shoe.